I heard a big report on you. Are you getting a little full of yourself? Are you starting to get like a star attitude?
What are you talking about?
No.
Gary had an observation about Artie. I just heard this story today.
I'm very full of myself.
No, maybe you are. This might be. Tell me if this is true.
Maybe you should take a moment and look at yourself.
I'm going to ask you to do some introspection right now.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, no heroin this weekend?
No.
All right, good man.
Just
you look good. Your eyes are
I
sparkling.
actually heard good things about Artie's performance down at the Borgata. They said you can tell Artie's straight. There's such a much higher level of performance.
You mean he's not falling asleep during his show?
You're right. They said you could actually, he gets through the show.
Now, here's this quick story I heard from Gary, who was like a little bit ticked off at this.
Oh.
After the show on Thursday, we were all leaving. Gary was coming over to my area to pick up some papers and clean up some things, and it was wet by my area, very wet on the console.
I remember.
So Gary says out loud, "Jesus Christ, it's so wet." And Artie goes, "Oh yeah, I had an accident. I spilled high C all over the console, a little bit. I spilled some high C." And with that, Artie just gets up and leaves.
He didn't try to clean up.
Right. So Gary was kind of ticked because he goes, "Wow, Artie just announces he spilled high C all over the place, and I got to go clean it up." And now he had to run to the wrap-up show. So he said to Jason, "Listen, Jason, I'm really kind of upset about this, but I have to go in and do the wrap-up show. Do you mind cleaning up the high C?" And evidently it was a very big spill.
Yeah, I saw people cleaning up, and they said something.
It took them a long time to get it up.
And it was sticky, and it was all over
So, Artie,
the place.
what about that? Are you so used to your mom cleaning up that, or your Mexican lady, or are you carried away with yourself? I got to know.
Yes, I consider Gary a Mexican.
All right. You think of Gary as a Mexican?
When I spilled it, I was trying to tell Gary. I said, "Oh, I just spilled that thing," and he wasn't paying attention to me.
Right.
And then he was sort of like moving papers, and he saw it, and I said, "Oh my God, I spilled that." And I didn't think Gary cleaned that up, and I sopped it up with a napkin real quick, and it didn't look like a huge spill. First of all, it wasn't a huge spill.
Jerry says it was.
It was a big spill because Jason came in. It was bigger than you thought. But here's what I saw, Artie. I guess I didn't hear you, and I go, "Oh, it's all wet over here." You go, "Yeah, I guess you didn't hear me. I spilled some high C." And then you wheeled around and started talking to Benji, and then you just left. I didn't see you look for a paper towel or make any effort to clean up, and you saw that I was cleaning it up, and you just left.
No,
you did.
Artie thinks you're Mexican.
I start grabbing for paper towels or anything, and you looked at me, and then you were like, "Okay."
Honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a spill. I did.
You thought you had gotten it?
If you made no effort to clean it up at all.
I'm sorry, Gary.
No. I'm just saying. It's like it's not impossible.
That's a very star.
It was just a weird thing. It was
That's a star move.
Yeah,
he spills things and he walks away.
I would have done that as a longshoreman way quicker.
But that is a star move. You got to get that in check.
I do. All right.
It's either a star move or a slob move.
I
don't think it's a star move. I think it's a slob move. I really do.
Speaking of slobs,
I'll take either one.
All right, so what's a bigger slob move? I think Artie got beaten out on this.
What?
Because I'm listening to the rap. I'll get back to the Super Bowl thing. No, that's a star move, by the way. That's not a slob move. That's like, hey, I don't need to clean this up.
Right.
Someone else will.
That's what I was thinking as I was strolling out.
I'd rather be a star than a slob.
You peasants.
Yeah, well, the slob doesn't care that it's going to stay there. The star is like someone else will clean it up.
Clean up my high C, you bastard.
I mean, I would never leave till I cleaned it up. I'm that kind of guy.
Like I've seen.
I have to say that about myself. You know that about me.
I've seen times when you've spilled stuff where I've run to clean it up, and you're like, no, like you make me hand you the paper towels.
Because it's my fault, and I need to clean it up.
Now you're being a bullshitter.
I'm not.
You complain about his snot rags all the fucking time.
No, but there's I understand what you're saying.
He leaves booger rags in here for you to pick up. That's a star move.
When he spills something.
Please.
I do.
Gary, I'm in here all the time. You're bitching about. He put this under here, and
but we're talking about two different things. I agree with you.
Snot rag around.
If Gary said to me, "There's a snot rag on the table," I'd clean it off.
No, but
you should be more thoughtful and not leave him there.
I clean up. Listen, wait a second. Here's the difference.
I'll give you the difference.
All right, I'll give you the difference. I'll give you the difference, Artie. I'll give you the difference.
We're both stars.
I sit in here and I do the show, and I clean up afterwards. If I don't see a snot rag, if Gary said to me, "Gee, boss, there's a snot rag on your console,"
He would never do that.
Yes, he would. He said to me, "Hey, there's some toothpicks and stuff. I'll pick it up."
I'll tell you what the deal is now. So as long as we've got this all out in the open.
If you want to deflect, but I don't think it's the same thing.
And it's not the toothpicks. You leave the toothpicks around, but I don't think he leaves them there like Gary will clean this up. I agree. He doesn't
who does he think is going to clean them up?
I don't think he sees them.
I don't.
Well, that's a star move. You're not even in his universe.
Wait a minute. Where are your toothpicks going?
I put them down so I don't waste them.
And sometimes, you know what he does, Robert? That's really weird. He sticks them in between the board. Like, you still lift up the board.
No, I don't.
Well, they get stuck.
They roll under there.
They roll under
during
there
the show when I'm pushing papers around.
Oh, and so you're saying you forget that
No,
they're
I'm
there?
saying I don't see them.
You're saying you know you used the toothpick, but now it's gone.
No, I'm doing the show, and I don't know what I'm using. Afterwards, I take all my stuff up, and I clean it off. If I miss something, I don't do it. I don't say, hey, I'm going to leave a toothpick there.
How many toothpicks did you find, Gary?
I'd say 1 or 2 a week.
Okay, so it's not every toothpick.
No, if it rolls under the console, I mean, how am I going to see it?
Well, you know you had a toothpick.
But Artie intentionally walked out when he knew
I
he
intended
spilled.
not. I didn't intention. I didn't say, yeah, clean that up.
But how did you think it was going to get cleaned up?
I honestly didn't think it was that big of a spill.
Okay, even if
the
it
way
was
Howard forgets he
Listen,
bleeps
even if it was
Artie, if it was a small spill, how was it going to get
But
cleaned
Gary
up?
brought it to your attention.
Listen, I did not know that you sat in here and cleaned up like that either.
But say it was a tiny spill. How would it have gotten cleaned up? Even the smallest spill, how was it going to get cleaned up? I told you it was wet. You noticed it, and then you left. Exactly.
What did he say?
He said, let an intern do it.
That's a star move.
Yeah.
No. Yours is a way worse star move than mine. You're not even thinking of other people. You're not even thinking of other people.
Of course I am.
No, you're not.
You want to know how I am? If
Look,
I piss in my toilet
here,
if I piss in my toilet here and I see some piss, even get on the rim of the toilet, you know what I'm talking about when it pops up?
Right. You mean
I will take
if you piss in the bathroom that only you're allowed to go in?
Yes, that's right.
How nice of you to clean up for yourself.
No, but I know there's a woman that goes in and cleans it, but I clean it up myself.
We're talking about star moves. How could you possibly bring up a private bathroom?
A star move for me is having a bathroom, and I'll admit that. But I don't make anybody do anything.
Well, it's nice of you to keep that clean for yourself.
Yeah. But that's different. That's something that's part of my, let's say, compensation.
Right.
An
intern cleaning up my shit is part of my.
You think so? I don't
clean up all this shit.
You know, the interns say that Artie's area is one of the worst ever.
But it should be cleaned. You should clean it.
First of all, Benji has every spice, including paprika, back here. I don't know who cleaned it.
No, he's out of paprika.
But Artie, I just got to ask the question because you haven't.
Listen, Gary, I'm so sorry about it.
According to Gary, it was the Exxon Valdez of high C spills.
But Artie,
that's bullshit.
No, here's the question. Just
and it was a Hawaiian punch, not high C.
Answer this question. I showed you that it was wet there, and you said, "Yeah, I
knew it was wet already."
But then, how did you think it was going to get cleaned up?
Gary, I didn't think it was like anything.
Okay, but even if it was small, how did you think it would get cleaned up?
I don't know, Gary. I thought it was not an issue. I really didn't think it was an issue.
But I pointed out the spill. You go, yeah, I spilled high C. You saw me trying to clean it up but not finishing. How did you think it would get finished getting cleaned up?
You'd finish it.
No.
Yeah, that's the point.
No. I figured it was clean sufficiently to where you could go to the wrap-up show and not sit here and.
Did you not see the part where I grabbed for tissues because there were no paper towels?
No, I didn't see that.
I did because you'd already turned around. It was just weird.
His nose was already too high in the air.
He is used to his mom cleaning up stuff.
No, I'm not.
You are a little bit.
I'm used to my mom cleaning up.
Somehow things just get picked up in Artie's apartment.
How's the back? Do you keep the back of your limo clean too, Howard?
I do. I respect it. In fact, I won't even allow. I put a towel down for Bianca.
Kidding me? A star move.
No, I'm saying it's a thing where you don't allow people to do that.
I understand. I'm sorry.
I agree. It's a star move. Listen, you don't like to be called a star, but that is a little bit.
No, I love it. Oh my God.
And as far as you thinking Gary's Mexican, are you Mexican?
No, but I look Mexican.
I don't think.
But I play when I'm radio.
You play.
I love how that's an insult. I don't think you're Mexican.
It's a little Mexican music.
Honestly, guy, I am sorry. I don't like people cleaning up after me. If it was a bigger thing than I thought, I'm really sorry. I am.
It's okay.
I know.
More fun to fuck with you on the air.
I know it is.
I'm not really mad, but I was a little insulted in the sense that he mentioned to me that there was a spill, and then he just turned his back and started talking to Benji. It wasn't like he was rushing out. I could even take it more if he said, "Yeah, I got to catch a plane." But he just turned his back to me and he started chatting with Benji, and I was like, "Oh my God, he thinks I'm going to clean this up."
So you took it as, "Hey, Gary, I spilled something. Clean it up."
Well, how else would you take it? He told me he spilled something, and he made no effort to clean it up.
And it didn't look like he was maybe preoccupied, and it just.
No, he wasn't cleaning it up.
Is Gary overreacting to your little spilled mess?
No, he's not. Look, that is a shitty thing to do. I was talking and I didn't realize that